I'm Shannon. Welcome to my channel. Here's Callie. She always comes in right on cue, I guess. This video is going to be like a weekly reading vlog. I don't know why I always give you recaps at the beginning of every video. I mean, it's in the title. Welcome to my weekly reading vlog. I haven't done one of these in a long time. It is now Tuesday. I missed Monday. I didn't think about it until today when I realized how many good books I'd already read between yesterday and today. I am so excited to share because it's been a good week. The rest of this video is it's not my fault, it's the book's fault. Last week, the first week of August, I read Legacies. Thank you Razorbill or Penguin Random House, Penguin Teen for this arc of the Legacies. Big Jessica Goodman fan, YA murder mysteries, and this one did not disappoint. An exclusive club in Manhattan, and the scholarship girl gets invited to this exclusive club, and she's the first one to ever get invited to it or nominated for it on scholarship. It was a little outcasted, but then it also switches between the timeline of what happens after the meeting, murder, a lot of secrets, and I mean, it's just a good book. Back to this week. On Monday, yesterday, I finished on audio a reread of We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. And if you've been here, you know I love the Summer I Turned Pretty series. I know they're cute, fluffy, YA, sometimes a little cringy, but that's what I'm here for every now and then. Middle school, high school me adored the series. It got me back into reading, so now I'm just loving it every summer. And if you haven't read it, I recommend either reading it or even audiobooking it. It is narrated by the actors who are in the show, and it was cute. I loved it. Finished that on Monday. I grabbed the wrong stack. Be right back. Yesterday, I finally finished reading ACOWAR, and I cried and cried and cried, and I loved the ending. I haven't read this series. I suggest you read it just to be able to talk about it with people who have read it, because it's all everyone's talking about right now. Not true. I'm not trying to peer pressure you. It is a good series. I'm new to fantasy, so I don't know too well how to rate it among other fantasies, but I would recommend. I think it might be my favorite of the series so far. I still have 2 more books to read, but I did really like it. It was thick, but I loved it. The ending flew by. Very good. And I finished that yesterday on Monday. Today, then I started on audio Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Finished that today. It was so good. I wish I had physically read it. It was so good. There were quite a few trigger warnings. There were some things that kind of peeved me a little bit, so it's not a 5-star read. Still enjoyed it. It was a very, very well done audiobook. It was cute, and I loved the figure skater versus hockey kind of rivalry. This Florida girl wants more of that. Very cute audiobook. I think I will order maybe the next book written by the author Hannah Grace. I am crying my way through this one. It is so good. I started it less than 24 hours ago. I only have about 30 minutes left of reading it, and I'm scared for it to end, and I've just been crying. Currently reading on my Kindle 1,000 Boy Kisses. Can you see it? There we go. So good. So good. Thank you to the publisher Bloom Books for this e-work. Loved Love in Other Words. I highly recommend this one. 2 childhood best friends are torn apart when one of them has to move away. Female stops talking to him. They both have so much happen in between those 2 years, and then they're brought back together 2 years later, and just so much has changed. So sad, but it's so good. You like Love in Other Words? If you had been with me, tearful YA reads, I highly recommend. I have a friend who read this book, been recommending me to read it for a while now, and I've just been sending her updates. I'm crying. I've cried for 2 hours. I've cried. I'm 20% in. The first chapter I was crying. So well done. My heart is broken, and after crying my way through the end of ACOWAR and this, I am dehydrated and sad. Sad girl summer, I guess. I'm currently listening to The Making of Another Major Motion Picture Masterpiece by Tom Hanks. Oh, this is really fun. I'm switching between audiobook and physically reading for multiple reasons, because this is a signed copy. Also, graphics, yeah, like I'm really enjoying seeing them. The book is so good so far. It's about making a major motion picture, but it's fictional, and Tom Hanks narrates it. I feel like this might be a 5-star read, but I will let you guys know. Oh, after I finish 1,000 Boy Kisses, I'm going to read Love Theoretically, which I have packed away because I'm going on a road trip. We're going to the Miami area to spend some time with family, so I'm gonna read that in the car. I'll probably finish this, and then I'll start Love Theoretically, and I'm reading it with Jess, who you guys met a few weeks ago. She makes the really cute cups, and I always have the link down below for her business and for a coupon. I'm really excited to read Love Theoretically. That's by Ali Hazelwood. I just got it from Book of the Month in my Book of the Month box. I was able to get it for free because it's my birthday month. I'm excited to read Love Theoretically. Then I will probably read Fourth Wing or Yellowface. We'll see how I'm feeling, what's going on in life, if I'm up for a heavier book or if I want to just read like a easier read from my TBR. My TBR is up there. Oh man, it's gonna be a good reading week. I have a lot of good stuff, and thanks for watching this reading vlog. Like, comment, subscribe, and see what we get up to this week. Too much coffee. Good morning. It is, what day is it, Callie? It's Thursday. We went out of town for a family thing. I remember graduate yesterday, Wednesday. Tuesday night, my husband got home from work and I finished orders. We left around 9 p.m. and we drove through the night until 1 a.m. till we got to where our family is for the graduation. We had the graduation yesterday. We had a little celebration, and then we drove the 4-ish hours back home. Home around midnight last night, and now it's 7 a.m. and I'm gonna do a little reading update and let you guys know what's going on. I finished on the car ride to our families on Tuesday night. I finished 1,000 Boy Kisses, and it was so good. It's kind of corny, not corny, but I mean, if you look at the 1-star reviews, they all say like it's cliche, it's corny. I enjoy those type of books every now and then. I mean, if you liked Midnight Sun, if you like The Fault in Our Stars because you cried, you would like this one. It was beautiful and really well done. I finished it Tuesday night before my husband and I switched shifts for driving, so he very kindly let me just read first while he drove so that way I could finish this book that I was not stopped talking about. And then I finished it and I cried. Got my whole downtime in the car, and then I drove. And when I was driving, I started a thriller on audio, and I think it's called Dark Corners by Megan Golding. I just got it from NetGalley, so I started it, and it's really interesting so far. I don't know how to describe it. It's a podcast interviewer gets called to the FBI, goes there to be interviewing them about a case, and instead they ask her question, what is going on? Apparently this really popular influencer with over 1 million followers has gone missing. The FBI is asking for the podcast lady's help. Very intriguing. However, it was getting a little spooky. I was driving. I was the only one awake. There was no one else on the road. There were no street lights. It was just me and the headlights, and it was scary. I did not like how eerie it was. Then I switched over to playing Midnights in my headphones and jamming out to try and stay awake. Then I started Love Theoretically, and I am loving it so much. I started it Tuesday. Really cute. I love Ali Hazelwood. About 40% in. I'm on chapter 11. These are kind of long in this one, which is a little different from her other books, but I do still really enjoy it. I'm reading it with my friend Jess, who is at Bookish Bergamot. I'm reading it with her, and it's really enjoyable. When we were at the graduation and waiting for the graduation to start, I downloaded it on my Kindle. I started reading it through my Kindle there because I didn't want to bring my whole hardcover into the graduation ceremony, but I had it on my Kindle. I got home last night, had a new Kindle ready for me, which I did not need at all. But Jess has the new updated Paperwhite, and I didn't realize how much bigger it was than the old one. It's more waterproof, and it is USB-C instead of micro USB. It has more memory than my other one, and Target had it on a really good deal. And I mean, I think some of you girlies think the way I do. Like, you gotta get the deals when you can. I was gonna buy the Kindle at some point, so why not buy it when it was a really good deal? And then I have Target 5% cash back card, so I got that. I mean, come on guys, too good of a deal. And I decorated it. I added a sticker from Crafty Chelsea. I'll put her link below. I read more, worry less. Then I have a Polaroid of my husband and I in Paris at Shakespeare and Company. And my friends Claire, Jess, and Claire's dog Letty at an author event with Alicia Thompson. And then a Gilmore Girls sticker. It says, I live in 2 worlds. One is the world of books, Rory Gilmore, which I sell at my small business, Grace by Shan. I haven't picked a new book to read on it yet. I do have ads on it still, which you saw, because I paid for no ads on this, and I might email them or chat with them and ask them to take the payment for no ads on this and send it to here in the new Kindle and then put ads back on this. Lots of thoughts. Anyways, that's a reading update, a life update. I got the Kindle. Today's Thursday. What are we doing today, Callie? We're working today. A YouTube video. I'm doing my July wrap up. I have to edit that this morning and then post that. Get some orders out. Guys launching tomorrow at Grace by Shan at 10 a.m. So I have to get ready for that and then talk with the marketing manager, Riley, and figure some things out for it. Get some input. If you want to follow Riley, she's on YouTube, TikTok, Book Talk, Instagram. She's on everything, including Twitch and at Paint the Town Red, or By the Way I'm Riley. I'll tag all of that below. We share exciting things. I read 1,000 Boy Kisses Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning I woke up, went on Instagram, and saw that the author Tilly Cole announced a sequel is coming out next year. So it was perfect timing because I was like, oh, it was a great story. It ended really well. It does not need a sequel. It does not need another book, but the announcement of it was just so much more exciting because I had just finished it. And then this morning I woke up to the announcement of 1989 and I slept in my Taylor Swift concert shirt. So it was perfect. I did get pre-sale for the Miami attached to the idea of it because I did already get to go, and I was like, it was perfect, the experience I did have. I got pre-sale verified for the Miami show, and they emailed me and said that you get the text code. I never got the text code. Emailed Ticketmaster asking for the text code, and they sent it to me after the pre-sale had already opened and everything was sold. Come on, Ticketmaster. Anyways, I'm having a great day. I just had coffee. We're gonna tackle the day. I'll try and show you Callie really quick. I know you guys love Callie. Here she is. She's sleeping. That's my baby. Oh, good morning, Callie. We took her with us to see our family, so she's a little tired. She is a senior girly. She's 11 years old. She's more tired than she used to be, but she did really well. Well, I'll give you an update later. Thanks for watching. Sorry for all the rambling. Bye. It's Friday. I am currently driving to downtown area of Tampa to hang out with Jess. We're going to a Starbucks, but we're not going to the Barnes & Noble this time because we're both on a book buying ban. We're just gonna hang out and chat a little bit and catch up before we meet up again on Sunday for a meeting with another small business owner to try to do a collaboration, which you guys will see soon on my Instagram at Grace by Shan. Anyways, a reading update. Last night I finished way too late at night Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, and I loved it. I ended up buddy reading it with Jess because we both had it on our TBR, so we just read it at the same time. And we were texting each other throughout our reading journey with it. And I just loved it. I love the characters. Ali Hazelwood is known for her romance with STEM female characters, and this one is a physics theorist female who has had difficulty getting a job in the research world and has kind of been stuck teaching, and she's just miserable. She does get an interview for a research position. However, she finds out that one of the upper people in the interview process is someone who absolutely hates theorists in the physics world. I guess it's kind of an enemies to lovers in that sense, but it was really cute. I really liked it. I really enjoy everything I've read by Ali Hazelwood except for the novellas. I read her upcoming YA novel, Chess and Mate, I think is what it's called, and I adored that. She wasn't even, I guess she was a STEM girl in a way because she was a chess girly, but she just does such a good job, and the pacing is really well done. I highly recommend Ali Hazelwood. All of her books are very similar. I think that's the same among all romance books in general. I am currently stuck in traffic. There's an accident, and at least I'm not in it. I am finished One Summer in Santorini. It was not on this month's TBR, but I've been reading it since June, picking it up and putting it back down. I have 50 pages left, so maybe tonight I'll finish One Summer in Santorini, just get that done. I'm almost done with audiobook and the physical book reading duo of Tom Hanks' book that I talked about. It's called The Making of a Major Motion Picture. It's pretty good so far. I really like that insight that he gives when it comes to making a major motion picture. I'm 100 pages into my TBR book of Half Blown Rose, and that's pretty good so far. I'm still trying to get all the names down. All the names, they're all kind of different, like not Van Gogh, but Vincent is the female character's name, and they're all foreign names, so it's not as easy for me to remember. I did start One of Us is Back on Kindle. Thank you to the publisher and NetGalley for the gifted e-copy of it. I actually have a signed copy of One of Us is Back from when Jess and I went to meet the author a few weeks ago. So I'm gonna probably do the Kindle version and the physical version throughout reading. Let's go see Jess. It's Jess! We are back in the mystery section of Barnes & Noble. We are not buying anything. We're strictly doing research for the grand opening event we're going to after our book buying ban.
We make it an exception for that day.
Yes, but this is Jess, and she's going to tell you all about Love Theoretically and her current reads. Go ahead, Jess.
I loved Love Theoretically. It took me like a few chapters to get into. It was very science heavy for me in the very beginning, but then after that, it was so good. I'm not going to name like the character names because if I do, it kind of gives away in the story. I'm really bad about, I don't want to give too much away, so I give nothing away, so I'm very sorry about that. It's really cute, and you have to read it. Worth the hype, for sure.
Highly recommend. And there's a little cameo from some of other characters from Allie Hazelwood's books, so you'll like that. And now Jess is currently reading
The Do-Over by Suzanne Parks, and I've only started it today, and I'm only like 3 chapters in, so I really don't have an update to give you.
And we're reading that for the Bookish Book Club, link down below.
And the author will be there.
Yes, Suzanne Park is coming to our meeting next week. You'll see Jess on Sunday.
I'll be back.
Yes. It is Saturday. I am almost completely done with making of a major motion picture. I did not read the One Summer in Santorini last night like I thought I would. I thought I'd finish it. I did not read it. I did not read Half Blown Rose. Instead, I ended up picking up a whole new book. I started Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez because my friend Claire, who was in this video a few weeks ago, texted me about how she's reading Yours Truly and she's obsessed with it and she loves it. And I was like, well, I have to read it all right now. I am a mood reader. I am all over the place. I don't know if I'll finish another book to review before the end of this video. It is already Saturday morning, but maybe, just maybe I will. I was hoping to read a lot this weekend, but good news, bad news is that our early Black Friday sale for Grace by Shan did really well, and it's only been one day so far. I'll be working throughout the weekend, which is good news because the business is doing well, but I will not read as much, which is okay. We are pet sitting this guy. His name is Newt, like Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts, and hopefully I'll have another reading update for you guys today. Hanging out with Brooke today. She's a bookstagrammer. I'll put her link down below and we'll ask her what she's reading too and get her gist on things. Pretty lame update. Did not read much of all the books I'm in the middle of. Instead, I started a whole new one, but it's a hobby and I wanted to change things up. I wasn't in the mood for what I was reading, so there it is. I'm a mood reader. I hope if you are, you feel validated. Welcome. Like I said earlier, this is Brooke. We got food, now we're hanging out in the chairs. We had ice cream at Jenny's. And now, Brooke, tell us what you're reading.
I am currently doing a reread of The Summer I Turned Pretty because we were just talking about how good the show is, and I'm just reliving what it felt like to read it the first time. It's so good.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it. This feels like a formal interview.
Right?
Brooke is on Instagram at Brooke and Her Book. And do you want to talk about your bookstagram or anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a place where I share things I like to read and the people I like to read with. I started it just to meet people, and it's worked.
Yes, so. I met people. I met Brooke and her friend Caroline at Turning Pages with Caroline at Christina Lauren, which is in this vlog. First time hanging out since then. It was a busy summer, but now we're friends and it's fun. I have friends in person too, guys.
Right, that's like the best part. Like I have like all these people I chat with, and then when I meet them in person, I'm like, oh, you're real.
And then you're like, oh, you're taller than I thought.
Right, that's like the thing. It's like, okay, you'll see everybody take these pictures and you assume their height, and then you meet them and you're like, wow, you're a lot shorter or taller than I thought you were. And it's just like, it changes everything.
Yeah. When you first meet people that you've only known from online, you're like, do we hug? It's like, not everyone's a hugger. Like, do you guys hug? I don't know.
Right? Like, if any of you ever see those TikToks about, like, when you see a friend that you haven't seen in a long time, but you're not the hugging friend. I'm a natural hugger, I feel like, but, like, I, like, hesitate because I'm like, who else is a hugger? Like, I need to know.
Yeah. I have some friends that were like, oh, we'll walk together and hug. I have other friends that are like, she'll hug me when she drops me off at the airport. That's it.
Yeah. I usually will force people, like, if they're not a hugger, I'm like, the airport is, like, an automatic hug zone.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like a safe travels hug, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's Brooke, and I'm sure we'll see more of her, especially because she has a big, fun, bookish weekend coming up in September.
I do. I'm so excited.
Yeah. You guys will see all about that soon. Hi, I am so tired. It is now Tuesday, August. It has been exactly a whole week since I started this vlog. The week was crazier than I thought it would be. I forgot to vlog at the end of the week. Today we did our early Black Friday sale and I am now quite overwhelmed, but I'm so excited to get the orders out. Like I said, it's Tuesday, so we've been working on the orders for 3 days. We started working on them on Sunday, and on Monday, yesterday, I was so overwhelmed. I was like, okay, we're calling in some family members to come and help out. So we've been cranking out the orders. I did not get to read too much. I did, however, finish this book thanks to a lot of the audiobook, but I enjoyed it. I liked it. I did not love it. The ending really got me, like in a good way. If you like Tom Hanks and you want to know more about the making of a major motion picture, I highly recommend this book. There's some historical elements, but not in an overwhelming way. It alternates between timelines and it was good. I don't know if I'd reread it, but I definitely am glad I have it for my collection. So I did that book. Sorry, I'm very scatterbrained. I'm tired and I've had a lot of coffee. It is Tuesday tonight. I have my virtual book club. Yay! And we have an author coming on, so I'm excited for that Q&A. Other than that, I'm just cranking out a lot of orders this week, like really trying to get caught up. I don't want this to impact our processing time. Yeah. Sorry this didn't end with as many books as I thought it would, but it was a realistic reading week, if you ask me. Gave you guys a good idea of how much and what I read in a week as a mood reader. I do try really hard to stick to my TBR, especially because I set it with you guys, so I'm gonna try doing that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.